Hey, what's going on? This is another episode of the Big Red Wrap Up vlog um, for December 19th, 2025 on a Friday. How y'all doing? Recently, the Daily Hoosier posted a story about the Indiana front court blues, uh, which has become a big problem. A big Captain Obvious type of problem for this year's basketball team. Um, they just so shorthanded in the middle, and that's pretty much an understatement. Oh well, man, oh man. But let's get right into it. To the story. Yeah, let's get right into this story. Like I said, this is brought to you by the Daily Hoosier, with the publisher being Mike Schumann, published on written on December 18th, 2025. 2025, like I said. Hoosier Hearts sank when Indiana center Sam Alexis hyperextended his knee on the team's first possession in Lexington uh, Saturday evening. He had to be helped off the court by putting no weight on his left leg. Alexis was inserted into the starting lineup last week as head coach Darren DeVries said he was looking for a spark and more physicality in the five spot. Instead, it appeared that the Florida transfer could be lost for the game if not much longer. Fortunately for the Hoosiers, Alexis was able to come back just moments later, and he played 30 minutes in a 72-60 loss to Kentucky. But Alexis' return didn't necessarily provide answers as the Hoosiers gave up 14 offensive rebounds and were outscored 36-18 in the paint in Rupp Arena. Um, in his return, didn't provide a clear signal. Alexis completely avoiding an injury. He was icing his knee after the game. And the Reed spoke in a way on his Monday radio show that suggested Lexus was still being evaluated. Hmm. You watch it on film and you realize it could have been much worse. We're still hoping that he's going to be all right there. The Reed said, and that was one of those injuries. If he is able to get through it, he was very fortunate because there was one that could have been very bad. Even Alexis Indiana's team is lacking size against teams like Kentucky in the upcoming Big Ten gauntlet. Breeze said he's been rotating 6'9" Alexis and 6'10" Reed Belly at the five while playing 6'7" Tucker DeVries primarily at power forward. Alexis has a center skill set, but is undersized against most higher major teams. Bailey has some enticing perimeter skill on the offensive end, but he still hasn't shown a consistent ability to score through contact or rebound at a level required of a Big Ten center. And at 6'7", Tucker DeVries is probably the more of a high major wing, at least from a rebounding standpoint. Individually, Lexus and Bailey have been inconsistent. Lexus only averaging 4 rebounds per game. Man, I guess that's it. Well, basically, this is pretty much the problem with this U.S. team: the lack of size in the middle. He pretty much rotating the guy that's pretty much with another guy that's pretty much there's two pretty much there's two guys that are not centers, you know, and Reed Belly and and Sam Alexis. So Alexis is pretty much a small forward, and Bailey is pretty much like I guess you say Jared Jeffries or something. Yeah, pretty much like Jared Jeffries, except Jared Jeffries was more of a talent than Reed Bailey is, and but like I said with Bailey though, he's all right on the break, on the on the fast break. But if you're playing in a half court set and you have to throw the ball to him, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. It really isn't because these two guys are just not Big Ten tough, Big Ten forward tough. And when you got go up against the guys we're gonna be going up against in the conference, like Michigan State and Michigan. My goodness, God help them. God help them. So, that's the thing. He seemed like when he was getting started, he seemed like he was focusing on building his assistant coaches more than building the team. Getting he built in his assistant coaches, but he forgot but he forgot to finish his team. At least in my opinion. But I truly think he was so focused on the building assistant coaches, that he forgot to finish his team. And that's the thing. That's the thing that we gonna have to put up with this season. Let's see as he puts in that guy from 6 foot from forget his name Esamovic something like that. As he puts him in and it's just to have some presence in the middle because the guy's pretty much 6'11". I don't know how much weight he had. I don't know how big he really is as far as weight. But he's pretty much 6'11", and he will pretty much you can rotate him. Them three, it makes your rotation more bigger, and you can give yourself a twin tower look. But for some reason, he doesn't play him. I don't know what there is no and there's no news on him. I just don't get it. I swear, some of these coaches you begin to sometimes wonder, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yes, you got a big old 6'11" dude, and he's like a missing person. He's like a missing person because his team needs all the size it can get because you rotating one big guy pretty much. That's all you're doing. You rotate one big guy, and they're not Big Ten forward tough. Most of them are not. And you only playing the only one you can pretty much get by with from the both of them guys, Reed Belly and Sam Alexis, is Sam Alexis. He gives you some kind of toughness in the middle against against teams that present that problem. But he's still a small guy. He's 6'9", still a small guy. But I just don't get him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's gonna put all his money on 2026, God willing. But if he does, he better come through in 2026. Because right now he done put this team together with at least in the middle with tape. He really has. Shoot, 'cause, it's gonna be a sight to behold when we go up against Michigan State in Michigan. Shoot, it's like David going up against Goliath and his son. Shoot, even it's so boy, the Michigan State's so big. Even the guards are big. I don't mean big for size. I mean true. Yeah, even the guards are big. But he's just gonna need to do some serious supersizing with this team in the off season because the season's already started. But if somebody knows where that guy is that we got from overseas, my goodness, Tell the rest of the nation. Because it's something he only played a little bit at the beginning of the season, and he pretty much just disappeared. Just like that. Just like that. And nobody can no one knows where he's at. And that's not too wise. Knowing that your weakness is in the middle, and you need all the size you can get. And it's just not too wise. That's not too wise. I ain't saying it. Even though it's not good size that can pose a threat and score, but with his size, all no matter what, and that's something that this IU team needs. And needs in the worst way, the worst way, because he has the shooters on his team. But it still makes you more easy to guard, easy to figure out. Because all the team has to do is pressure them shooters and make them do things they don't want or they don't normally do. And that's what the problem is. It forces them to drive to the basket where they meet the big guys in the middle. And and that's the thing that makes you kind of miss. That's the only thing that makes you kind of miss Woody. See, Woody. One thing about Woodson, he was a big fan of size when it came to his guards and his big guys in the middle. He was a big fan of size. That's the only good thing about Woodson. He didn't recruit shooters, but he recruited size. It made a difference. It made a difference. But his teams were pretty much spoiled, especially his last team. But when we had TJD, then went for some fun times. He would be great for this team. Put him with Alexis and rebuild, especially rebuilding. Boy, put him in there with him. He could do his thing then. If Rebuilding had a big guy like TJD, my goodness, he could do his thing then. But right now, you playing him out of position. He's too small in the middle and be a center. He's not a center. That's all it's to it. He's pretty much a smaller, poor man version of Cody Zeller. That's all he is. He can except Cody was a little bit more stronger, and Reed had a jump shot has a jump shot but not a consistent jump shot on him. And neither did Cody. but he's gonna have to do something. And like I said, if he wants to survive in Indiana, he's gonna have to come through in 2026. He really has because his years are compounding each other. We are coming off a bad underachieving year, and in this year is I can say it's a good year. We're 8-3, but but like I said, the sympathy meter is not going to be too up when it comes to accept when it comes to anything less than a good year when it comes to this year's team. But he's got to do something. He really is. That's he gonna put. That's he. Like I said, unless he's gonna make up for lost time by putting another big guy with that foreigner, Asimovic, from that he's seemed to me not playing. Uh, seemed to me not playing him. But that would do it for this one. This is another episode of the Big Red wrap up vlog for December 19th, 2025 on a Friday, good old Friday. You have a good one. So, excuse me. A lot of times I want to do it this way because one of my one of my tablets is the browser on my tablets is pretty much outdated. So a lot of times we're gonna do it the YouTube way and take it from there. But like I said, y'all have a good one. Have a good weekend. I'm gone.